What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be continuing to show you how to make Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 in Minecraft. This is part 47, and this one we're going to be starting off water treatment, which we're really just going to be getting the walls and ceiling laid out, and also all the, like, Deepslate brick hell over here, whatever this is. This segment will go all the way to the, like, brick room before the, like, that connects to the hallway where you end up, you know, ending mommy. I don't think that's the only thing I have to say. So with that being said, yeah, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Well, let's start water treatment, shall we? So to start off, you want to get out the following materials: cyan terracotta, tough bricks, polished andesite, stone slabs. I guess we'll get it out now because I don't know if we'll use it, but Deepslate brick stairs, Deepslate brick slabs, or Deepslate brick blocks, and Deepslate brick slabs, I guess. Anyway, so you need all three Deepslate brick stuff, excluding walls because they aren't important. And do we want to go stripped warped hyphae? We're gonna go stripped warped hyphae. Stem also is fine here if you need to use it for whatever reason. So let's enter the doorway of the previous area that we were in. It's like the only opening that's anywhere that hasn't been done yet. And you should have 2 rows of cyan terracotta here. You want to just bring out the edges to make it 3 rows rather than 2. My cord is tangled. Give me a sec. Okay, yeah. Just this inner edge for now. Just the, like, inner edge of the doorway. You can actually extend it out each side by 1 row with cyan terracotta so it's too thick. Just wanted to make sure that we got that bases down to make it too thick in total. Should look like this. You're going to bring the bottom cyan terracotta off each side with 8 tough bricks. Then go diagonally out with a cyan terracotta on both sides. You see that position that is in. And then diagonally out with a tough brick. Extend that tough brick again towards you by 9. Which will be, I guess, forward is what we'll call that. And then off the inside of the final tough brick, you'll place another cyan terracotta. And just ensure that this number in total is 9 tough bricks that's visible from the inside. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. You're then going to extend the tough brick here forward with 41 polished andesite on both sides. I'm going to count it twice just because. You'll then connect that end block together, which should be the 41st, with polished andesite as well. We'll break in the details on the walls later. I just don't feel like doing them block for block because, or like as we go around, because it would take so much longer. Because I can basically just tell you where the bottom right of a square is and then tell you the size of the square instead of doing all the extra stuff. So what you can do now is the cyan terracotta pillars that cut between the tough brick and the polished andesite. Underneath them, you're going to place a stone block and extend, well, don't extend it anywhere, I guess, just kind of leave it there, right? I don't know, I wish I could tell. Yeah, just leave it there for now. Yeah. You'll connect them together, though. I guess you can do that much. The stones, I mean. Everything behind this, you're filling in the floor with stone. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. I've got a feeling for members specifically, if you're seeing this public, ignore. I just kind of want to keep members up to date as I can with this stuff. You probably won't be seeing a ton of these for the, like, next bit. I'll be probably focusing mainly on neighbor case and then just some general city tutorials and stuff, because I've been getting back into them. Also fill in the doorway here. But, yeah, I want to get some of them obviously still being done as they get uploaded. You know, 3 a week, I guess 2 a week right now, but 3 a week in general. and I don't want to get behind. On the left and the right, you want to take the outermost 7 stone blocks and extend them towards you a row. Just like so. Then I'm going to take one side and we're just going to mark it entirely. You're going to go towards you with a slab. Down diagonally, forward with a block. Forward with a slab. Down diagonally, forward with a block. Forward with a slab. Down diagonally, forward with a block. Forward with a slab. Down diagonally, forward with a block, and then forward with a slab. So in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 extra rows. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how far forward it sticks from this like middle row of stone that's a little bit further back. And you'll do this on both sides for the entire 7 blocks. As per usual, the underside of the slabs you will technically need to cover, but that's not something I care about because lighting isn't perfect in this build. Although Chapter 3, I've been better with it. If Chapter 3 gets a tutorial, because again, as of right now, I don't have one planned, that'll actually have lighting perfect. Not perfect, but it'll have lighting. Other than Playcare, because I'll show you what was done in Playcare. If you've seen the streams, the Chapter 3 streams, you'll probably have seen it in one of them at least. I think it was the first. I don't remember what stream it was. I know I showed it in a Twitch. I don't know if I actually showed the thing in a YouTube, but it might have been a Frankie stream or something weird, actually, that I showed it. But yeah, you'll know exactly why I can't really do it exactly as it was done. Anyway, from this point, starting from the bottom, you're going to bring these in an additional row. You're going to bring the first slab and block in with an additional, stone. Then this next slab will be brought in with a cyan terracotta. And then it'll be the next block, slab, and then block again will be brought in. The top 4 you will leave alone. And then you can actually take these, like, top blocks and just extend them back with stone. Oh my god. Extend them back with stone and then fill under them by 2 rows, pretty much, or 1 in some spots. And also bring the cyan terracotta down, so it essentially gives you a flat bottom point. And then I'll bring the back wall of stone here down to just, fill into the same point. And I guess I'll bring it down on the sides as well, even though you probably won't need that, but you might. No, I guess we do. Yeah, I guess you do need it there where I put it over the top. And you don't need these filled in, though. That'll be important in a little bit. Not yet, though. So, now that we have our floor marked in, we're not actually going to fill it in yet. You'll see more so why later, but because we have the giant circle in the center, I don't really see the purpose. So you want to take a point on this polished andesite line that can be really anywhere. I'm going to pick on this side here. I'm going to pick basically in line with the stone. You want to be close to the staircase so you can kind of figure out where the bottom of it is. And it should be brought down by 5 polished andesite, which will make it in line with this bottom row of slabs here. Just again, it makes it easier that you connect there, but it's entirely up to you. That'll give you a total of 6 blocks you see here. You'll extend this up an additional 22. And that should give you 28 blocks in total. And you see if I mark this, that's 69, nice, down to 42, which 69 minus 42 is 27, plus the 1 from the coordinate that actually counts out of those 2, that makes it 28. So yeah, that's good. Just kind of some math for that. You're going to fill your polished andesite walls both down and up to this position. And again, we'll break in the stuff that we need to later, but I'm not really concerned about that just yet. So yeah, these will be quite tall walls. Only the polished andesite as well. Do not fill the tough bricks or cyan terracotta up. We'll get to that point in a moment, but not quite yet. Wow, 1,000 blocks, crazy. So yeah, again, I'm gonna slash fill this because I don't feel like not slash filling this, if that makes sense. No, thanks. I also think that'll not even be this part, breaking the stuff in the walls. So you should have this. The cyan terracotta, you do want to bring up to the same height, sort of. Well, yes, you do. The back ones here are brought up by 22. I guess these, not the like corner ones, leave the corner ones alone for now. These front ones here, though, are going to be brought up by 22. And then these here that are kind of in the center should be gotten brought up by 26. And yeah, that'll give you some markings. And we'll get all the cyan terracotta framework and stuff done now, I think, because, yeah. Although we'll end up, I think, filling in some of the tough bricks first, at least to the point that we can. And yeah, should look like this. Between the, I guess, the 4 pillars you brought up, you'll have kind of a very obvious center line here. Almost like, almost if you were to trace them in, where would they connect at a point? So if you take this front one here, the ones that kind of stick into the staircase, and you trace these back with cyan terracotta, and you just place, a cyan terracotta on here, and it'll be the same position on that side. Essentially, it's just, it'll be in line with the innermost row of the staircase, but before, or where it's cut off, so you can see where it is particularly. And you'll bring these up to the same height, I guess. I don't know if you need it up to the same height or not. No, I guess you do. Oh my god. I'm dying over here. You should have that shape of pillars. At the 4 that are in line here going left to right, you're going to connect them together with the top 6 rows of cyan terracotta. And it should give you this. Well, I'm not there yet. The front 2 will just be left alone for now. Again, they're kind of outliers here. This part looks a little weird, I'm not going to lie. This is one of the points where I took like a small break, I think, before I continued. It wasn't very long. It might have been like a day or 2 where I just didn't work on it, but yeah. I'm not realizing the cyan terracotta doesn't look particularly great. Anywho. Time for some patterns. So the first thing we're going to do is actually take the 6th row of cyan terracottas in the bottom one there. And you're going to bring that cyan terracotta back by however many rows. It should be, I want to say 10 rows. Yeah, 10 rows back, and that'll give you a ceiling before we actually have any walls, which is always a weird one to do, but today's one of those days, I guess. Just like this. There's actually more cyan terracotta pillars we need to mark, I just remembered. So yeah, you'll head back down and you'll look at the door, which kind of looks like a donut to me. And maybe I'm just hungry. You want to leave a gap of 1 off either side of it, so you'll leave this tough brick open, and then the next one over, you'll place a cyan terracotta off of. You'll kind of notice, or maybe notice, if you trace them over, they'll be in line with those cyan terracotta pillars. And yeah, all the cyan terracotta and tough bricks here, you're going to just bring up to connect into the cyan terracotta up there. And I'm going to slash fill the tough bricks to an extent. I'll slash fill what I can, I guess. Gotta remember the video length, because I've had 2 moments so far. If you know, you know. Oh my goodness. I'm dying over here. It's all going wrong. Not actually. Okay, that's not quite the right one, but... So yeah, I'm hoping to get most of this room just laid out, and then maybe starting to get the detailing in. And when I say the detailing, I'm mainly talking about the... Also this, I guess over the doorway you want to place tough bricks. I should mention that. But, get to the... like, hole with the water in the floor in... And yeah. Nice. You should end up with this. As for the Deepslate brick, this might be the most annoying part in this particular build, I'm not gonna lie. So if you were up against the like tough brick front wall here, you're going to take the not quite a square of them, it's like an N shape. Because you're connecting these 4 pillars all together, except for the 2 against the tough brick wall here, this front wall. So if you take the, what is it going to be? The 5th or 6th up? 3rd, 4th, 5th, the 6th tough brick, or cyan terracotta up, excuse me, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. You're going to essentially connect the pillars together here with tough brick, or polished, what? Deepslate brick stairs, oh my god. And they're going to face either right or back. Or, I guess, towards the center, I should say. So, like, when they're facing left to right, they're going to be facing towards the center like so. But when they're going across, they're going to be facing just towards the tough brick wall. Like so. You should have these 4. Or 2, I guess. In addition, you actually want them against the outer, like, side walls, as I mentioned. Just not the front wall. I'm struggling with this right now. I don't know why. You're going to place Deepslate brick slabs on top of these stairs, just like so. What? How does that even happen? That's... What? I just don't even know what to say to that one. Anyway, you should have this. I'm confused now. You're going to take the second cyan terracotta down on each of these pillars, and you'll place an upside down, or second, yeah, cyan terracotta below that, and you'll place an upside down, a Deepslate brick slab off of it. You'll then, just going half a block, go kind of up diagonally in along these, and just connect into the crossbeams. And when I say the cross beams, I mean the stairs and stuff. And some of these slabs will connect together, like you see here where you have the row of 6, they will. But on the longer walls, they will not. So note the difference, but don't really pay mind to it. Just like this. This will get copied again, a block and a half off of the top. Now, when I say a block and a half off the top, I mean this cyan terracotta here. So you're taking these second cyan terracotta down and connecting them together the same way with Deepslate brick slabs. And then we'll just place these stairs below those slabs and then do these supports, obviously, again after that. And yeah, we're doing all this a lot. So slabs, stairs that face either forward or just, you know, inward. And then if you take the second cyan terracotta below, you'll place an upside down Deepslate brick slab off it and extend it up diagonally in by 2, and it should connect into the pivot. Yeah. Minecraft ambiance question mark? I flew away before I actually heard it. I like heard the start of it and then I was already in the middle of leaving, so I didn't hear the ending, unfortunately. Should have this. There's a lot more where that came from. Good news or bad news, depending on how you look at it. Me personally, I look at it as bad news, but that's not really the point. You want to... Here's a fun exception. You want to take from the lower set of them. You're going to take the second cyan terracotta, third above them, I should say. This is like half a block, 1.5, and then 2.5. It's this block. And you're going to place a row of Deepslate brick stairs facing towards the tough brick wall, which is towards you, or I guess forward. And it's going to just go all the way across, like so. Behind that, you're going to place Deepslate brick stairs facing backward, and then you're going to kind of just go between the pillars and, you know, connect to everything. And then on top of all of those stairs, you'll place Deepslate brick slabs. I think there's another one of these, or am I wrong? I think I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That's good. Thought there was. There might be another one in front, but I don't know that one. And then you're going to do the same thing with these supports off the cyan terracotta, only on the inside of these pillars. So if you take the second block below, you'll place the upside down Deepslate brick slab moving in, and then you'll go up diagonally in by 2. And that's how that'll be supported. Oh, that's what I was thinking of. Okay. You want to leave a gap of 5 counting forward from that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the 6th one, which should be, you'll have 2 tough bricks in front of you and then a cyan terracotta on the side walls. You'll place a row of Deepslate brick stairs facing backward with a row of slabs on top. No supports or anything, or no, like, I guess, triangular beams. Just looks like this. Chaos. That is all for at least that particular portion. Now, you thought that was it, didn't you? Because I certainly didn't. What you want to do now is, between the center 2 cyan terracotta pillars again specifically, you're taking the second block up that's visible and you're connecting together with upside down Deepslate brick stairs facing towards you. From either side there, you're going in with 2 upside down slabs, a block, upside down stair facing inward, and then 2 upside down slabs to connect. On the left and right, you're sort of doing a similar thing. Now, you're connecting again from this pillar to these pillars, which have really been unattended so far. You'll place upside down Deepslate brick stairs facing away from the center. For these, it's block underneath the left, right, and center ones. And then slabs underneath the upside down slabs underneath the other 4. Which should look like this. These Deepslate brick blocks in particular are going to be brought down by 1 precisely. And breaking through the stair above them, you're going to bring them all the way up into your non-existent ceiling, which you're just going to bring them up till they're the same height as the cyan terracotta pillars. Just like so. You're doing a sort of similar thing on the front. Well, it's not quite the same. You'll connect the upside down Deepslate brick stairs facing backward, where on that cyan terracotta where it should be. You'll then off the left and right go in with 2 upside down Deepslate brick slabs, 2 blocks, and then an upside down stair facing outward. So it'll kind of give you this almost. You see, you'll have the divot of the stair and then like the block space in the middle. Where these blocks are, you're going to, these like the outermost ones are going to go down diagonally out with another block and then extend it out by 1. Bring those blocks in with 2 slabs and then again in with a set of stairs facing out. These will not be upside down. Underneath that, you'll place a set of Deepslate brick stairs facing towards you, and then you'll do the supports again. So if you count down by 2, you'll place an upside down Deepslate brick slab and extend it up diagonally in by 2. Nice. This one's got a couple more of those going, except they don't face this way, because why would they face the same way? We're going to worry about that later, though, because they're kind of strange. I want to direct our attention... Well, no, we might as well, I guess, do it now, because we're going to go back to the left and right and then back here, and I just feel like that doesn't really make sense. So, if you take where you have it on the, like, opposite side here. You see this front side? You have this beam. You're going to be in line with it, but a block lower. So, here I'm going to place Deepslate brick stairs that are facing forward, like so. And again, the gap here is going to be 3, 4, 5 whole blocks. A row of Deepslate brick slabs on top. And then the supports for this one are different. You're counting down by 2 again, but you're placing a regular Deepslate brick slab this time instead. And then you're going up diagonally in by 3. And it should leave you with 2 blocks between them if everything is done correctly, like so. You're then going to... If you're on the cyan terracotta on either side, where you have half of it blocked because of the slab on at least the inside of it, you want to count up by 6 and place another row of Deepslate brick stairs here. And you see it'll be just kind of below that cyan terracotta a little bit. It's a couple rows below. Doing the same thing with the under supports first, where it's off the second block in the bottom half of it, and you're having the 4 of them. So second block down, slab in, and then you'll go up diagonally in by 3 on both sides. You'll then, on top of these Deepslate brick stairs, place 3 slabs extending in from either side, and then you'll have just 4 blocks in the middle. The center 2 blocks... Okay, why do we switch again? What am I doing here? The center 2 blocks... You want to bring up by 2. I might be going insane. And then on top of those, you're going to place upside down Deepslate brick stairs facing backward again towards that polished andesite wall. I don't know why I switched it. I don't know what, like, the deal was here that was like, no, yeah. It's got to be facing that way. You'll then go up with 2 Deepslate bricks from the middle stairs particularly. And then another row of Deepslate brick stairs facing back, which should be right side up. And then on top of that, an upside down row. from the 2 deep slate brick blocks here on the section below that stick out, you're going to go up diagonally out from them by 3 with deep slate brick slabs. Again, make sure they increment up by half a block each time, which is just go up, basically. Increment's just a funner word to say. You'll pretty much have the same thing going on up here, except you don't have any blocks. You go from these bottom, well, I guess deep slate brick blocks, that's awkward. You'll go out with a slab, and then you'll go up diagonally out by 3, and it should go perfectly into the other opposite corner, I guess. Which will give you this, and that's what that one looks like. As mentioned, the left and the right are the same, and all these stairs face inward except for the bottom ones that we already made that didn't, but that's not really that's besides the point. First off, if you head to the underside, underneath this deep slate brick block on both sides, you're going to place a deep slate brick stair facing in. You'll extend them both directions to fill in everything you have, and then on top of these stairs, you'll place deep slate brick slabs. You're going to turn the middle slab out of these rows of 3 into a block. You can't just do it with a slab, but I'm going to do it with a block instead. Like so. Now, all these stairs from this point also still face inward because, yeah. If you take the cyan terracotta pillars here, or not the cyan terracotta pillars, the deep slate brick that goes kind of into that section there, the previous section, you'll just bring the deep slate brick stairs and slabs all the way through. You'll have the deep slate brick blocks. You'll just kind of ignore them and go around them. Don't break through them, but again, don't be like, no, it's not supposed to be there. It is supposed to be there. You're almost doing the same thing 2 more times, but you're not doing it 2 more times. You're doing slightly different things. This next pillar, which is the thicker one that goes across entirely, you'll actually have these stairs in line with these slabs on the top of it. And then again, you'll have the slabs on top. There's no under supports for these, because I said so. And then the next one is actually shifted down a row from these cross beams. So the slabs will be in line with these stairs, and then these stairs will be in line with, I guess, nothing, really. I think there's one more. Nope, there's 2 more. The next one is in line with where the cyan terracotta full rows start going across here. Just kind of bring it out of that center point, and then again, you'll have the slabs on top of the stairs. And then, as mentioned, one more, which the slabs will be in line with the top row of cyan terracotta, so they'll actually be half a block off the ceiling, and then you'll have the deep slate brick stairs underneath those. Nice. Little bit chaotic, but that's okay. But that should be all of those done, which is really the annoying part out of the way, if you'd ask me. Although that doesn't mean that's the only annoying thing in this room, it just means it's the most annoying thing done. Let's do one of the other annoying things, the ceiling. So, you want to fill in the entire back portion of the ceiling, which is just behind the cyan terracotta, a block above the walls with stripped or hyphae facing left to right like this. If I fill this row, you see when I'm moving, it's left to right across. So, instead of filling all that manually, I'm going to come to either corner, and I'm going to do a slash fill, and I'll make the... I'll do something in the brackets. So I'll do slash fill. I have a whole video on slash fill, which I think talks about, it probably talks about this one in particular, but if it doesn't, you see our stripped word hyphae, I'll do bracket, pillar axis, and for me it should be equals Z, because Z is the third one. And I will do keep, because why not? 1,000 blocks, really. But anyway, you should have this. Basically, if you look at your coordinates, X is the first one. You see that's going to be, in this situation, it's front to back in the room, but it could be left to right for you. The second one is Y, which is up or down. So you see if I jump, that changes. And Z, again, could either be front to back or left to right. It's the final coordinate, and it's, for me, it's left to right. Just for a general explanation on this, for those of you who don't know. And if you don't know how to turn them on, it's in settings, and it's show coordinates right there. Second one down in the world options. Anyway. It's time for the unfun part. So, you can clear your inventory preferably more efficiently than I am right now and get out the following. Polished blackstone. Polished blackstone slabs. Lanterns and dark oak trap doors. So I'm going to take the back left-hand corner of the room here, where this stripped warp typha is on the ceiling, and it's between polished andesite walls. And from this, I'm going to count forward by 4. And going to the right, I'm going to place 8 polished blackstone slabs, a block, or I guess they're upside down slabs because they're against the ceiling, but then 8 upside down slabs again, a block, and then it should be, I think, just 8 upside down slabs again. Correct. You'll bring these blocks in both directions with 8 upside down slabs if you can. Obviously, towards the wall, you'll only be able to do 4. And then at the end of those upside down slabs, you'll place blocks, and then bring those blocks in each direction with 8 upside down slabs. Essentially, the point that I'm trying to make here is you're creating 8 by 8 squares, at least for the most part. Some of them will be cut off, but for the most part, they're 8 by 8. And, yeah, you're placing blocks where they meet in the corners. Or I guess I guess it would be the corners. That makes enough sense. And yeah, you want a whole bunch of these. And is that... No, I guess I do have to go forward more here. It kind of gets annoying because this gets in your way, but essentially you kind of know, or if you can figure out where this block is, it's just inside of the cyan by a block, then you can go, okay, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it just kind of goes forward anyway and connects. Nothing crazy, but yeah, it should look like that kind of there particularly. That part's probably the weirdest, I would say. And yeah. On each of the blocks between them, you're going to place lanterns. Just kind of hanging down. And then I think we're just going to do the trapdoors. No, we'll probably keep going. I was going to say trapdoors will be the last thing we do, but I think we'll keep going a little bit longer. Make sure you are familiar if these squares, or if you are aware if the square is cut off or not, because this will definitely change how this step works a little bit for you. But essentially, you want to take each corner of stripped warp hyphae, which I guess you can still do because the side ones here, you see, like, this is an actual... The edges are 8 on both the left and right. But, like, the front isn't, and I think this side is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it is. And you just want to basically go diagonally through this with dark oak trapdoors against the top. There's going to be a couple you can't place. Whoopsies. Specifically where the Deepslate bricks are now. And later, I think there's going to be a couple we'll have to screw with because they just won't work. If you end up with a situation where you can't place a trapdoor... Like, I'll force myself to get one here. Like, you see here, if I trace this through, and then I'm like, oh man, I can't place the dark oak trapdoor here. Just break the stripped warped hyphae and place a dark oak trapdoor at the bottom of that block. Was that creeper ambiance? Did I hear that right? I swear I just heard like a creeper sizzling. If that's an actual ambiance in the game, that's rude. Anyway, yeah, and again, there'll be a couple more I have to do later, and you will have to place lights at the top of those, or like blocks over them, so the light doesn't shine through, but yeah, that's really the only solution I have. It's not particularly interesting, but it does work, so. And I think that one's fine, because that's where the pillar is, yeah. Whoever is watching this, because I surely won't remember, let me know if that was actually a creeper ambiance. It sounded like it. But I was also talking, so it's kind of hard to tell. But it definitely sounded like the sizzle. I feel like that is in the game. Is it? I don't know if I remember seeing somebody like have it in a mod or something or what it was, but I remember seeing that before. But yeah, either way. That was something. And yeah, we're almost there. You'll see me go through a couple different iterations of this particular ceiling design throughout the build. I don't think there's been any yet, but they definitely show up later again. Because I know there's... I think I used stairs one time, which was definitely not ideal, but it worked better in the circumstance of the room because it was a smaller room. Like this one, it's kind of so high up, it's not insanely difficult to tell, and yeah. If you do have a problem, like, Obviously, I don't know if it actually will. Will it go up and down? No, it won't. Okay, that's good then. But I was gonna say simulation distance. I think it is where the trapdoors will unload, but because it's all in one, or it's all in like the same kind of chunk, and now its chunks are basically vertically infinite, you won't ever have it disappear, which is good. Anyway, clear your inventory, and let's get the little desk here done, and then we'll probably end there. That sounds like a fair time. So, get out the following. Monster spawners. Cobbled deep slate slabs. Dark oak trap doors. Cyan terracotta. Smooth quartz blocks. Snow, the layers specifically. Mangrove button, or mangrove pressure plate, not button, sorry. Warped fence gates. And we'll go gray carpet. And we'll need one more little set, but that's fine. So at the like front of this, or from the, I guess, side you would enter the room, you want to place off of these two center top deep slate brick stairs, cobbled deep slate slabs. Bring them down diagonally toward you with more slabs. And off these sides of those, you're going to place dark oak trapdoors opened up against them. Before we actually fill in the floor of this section, at the back row, you want to leave two open on the left and the right, and I believe it's the middle 6 blocks you're placing cyan terracotta in the, like, inside of the deep slate bricks here. The rest of the floor in line with that is monster spawners. If you want, you can also use iron trapdoors. I think they'd look good. But it's up to you. Nice. Going left to right on top of the cyan terracotta, you're going to do the following. You're placing a snow, mangrove pressure plate, 2 warped fence gates that are opened backwards, and then another mangrove pressure plate. Don't step on these mangrove pressure plates because it'll screw with those trapdoors. The amount of times I've done that is crazy. Just jumping around. Behind where each mangrove pressure plate is, you're placing a smooth quartz block on the deep slate brick. Behind where every other cyan terracotta is, you're placing a cyan terracotta. On top of that row, you'll place gray carpets, and off of the back of it, you're going to place dark oak trapdoors opened up against it, just so you can't see that smooth quartz. Clear your inventory, and you need 2 things. Paintings, which you should, or barriers, excuse me, which you should already have in your inventory, and paintings. I think structure voids will work if you want, just like, I don't know where one would be, but you should still have them in your inventory. Hopefully, and I've gone over that a good amount of times, so. At the left side, you'll take this row of 3 deep slate bricks and place barriers off the sides of it, if you're looking at it like so. You'll then take that center deep slate brick and you'll place a painting, and you want it to be a 3x3 preferably. I have it as the one with like the mountain in the background, not this one, the other mountain in the background. That one. With the, you know, like the spotlight on that guy. Looks like Zeus a little bit, or reminds me of Zeus. Or just Greek mythology in general. Anyway, once you're done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is part 47 of Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 complete. I checked it before and I already forgot. Yeah, thank you guys if you guys did enjoy this video, man. We're almost at 50. Yeah, I think 70 or 80 isn't unreasonable. That is insane to think. Like, I've been recording this since March? February? Something like that. I don't remember. Somewhere around there. So it's been 3 months, probably, at least. Anyway, with that being said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.